Hey guys, welcome to another video and welcome to 20 films I think critics got wrong. And when I mean critics, I mean mostly Rotten Tomatoes because, well, IMDb is not for critics and the other critic sites are not as like huge and famous as Rotten Tomatoes, so I'll be mostly talking about Rotten Tomatoes, so those kind of critics and stuff. And there are 10 films I think they were too positive on, there's 10 films I think they're too negative on, and I might do like parts of this, like part 2 or part 3 and stuff, but who knows? See how the video does. For me, these are 20 films I personally think critics got wrong. First film, last year's Joe Bell. Joe Bell is a good movie. It's a great movie about homosexuality, bullying, and accepting of your son. Mark Wahlberg is fantastic in the movie. I think the whole movie is very well done. It's very bitter, and it's got a great message, though, but the reasoning for critics not liking it is just absurd. And I have a cat attacking something right now. Don't understand the hate for it, and I think it deserves a much higher rating. Next is Spencer. Last year's Spencer. Did a whole review of this movie. I know a lot of people didn't agree with me on it. That's fine. I don't understand the love for this. Kristen Stewart's getting so much praise for this performance. What good performance. Like, she didn't even act like Princess Diana in the slightest bit. Her performance is all, like, very nasally and just, like, like, feel like she has to poop most of the movie. And the movie's slow, it's boring, it barely has any dialogue for 20 minutes. I'm not a big Pablo Larraín fan, so I know some people like Spencer, they think it's a masterpiece. I think it is just a dull, uninteresting film that doesn't even highlight Princess Diana in an interesting and good way. So yeah, not a fan. Next is Big Daddy. Adam Sandler's Big Daddy. I'm not a big Adam Sandler fan, but I like this movie, grew up with this movie. I actually think it's got a lot of heart. I think it's funny. I actually think Adam Sandler is pretty damn good in it. I know critics are always harsh on Adam Sandler, which they should be because most of his movies aren't very good, but Big Daddy is definitely one of the exceptions. It has heart, has good performances, mostly from Adam Sandler and even his buddies and even the Spouse Brothers who are in the film. I like it. I think it has a lot of heart in it, and I think anyone who was like born in the 90s grew up with this movie. Next is Ralph Breaks the Internet. I know people loved this movie when it came out, but no one talks about it now because no one could give two fucks about this movie. Wreck-It Ralph is still a great movie. I hate this movie so much it almost like taints the first Wreck-It Ralph because I love the first Wreck-It Ralph, but this one I cannot stand. And people are just saying like it's just as good as the first one, and it's not. First one was like a movie about a video game villain not wanting to be a video game villain anymore, and this one just talks about the internet, and they go into the internet, and it's all about Disney. It's about Disney, like, basically jerking itself off. It's Disney being like, hey, look, Disney princesses, Star Wars, Marvel, you know, all about us. They could have made another movie about more video games, and Ralph going into more video game worlds is what everybody wanted, but now they had to just make, I guess, a better emoji movie than an emoji movie. Didn't like this movie. I hate its satire. I hate what it does with the Disney princesses, and I don't like anything this movie does. So it's not even funny either. So I don't know. Didn't like it. Next is The Mighty Ducks. I understand The Mighty Ducks is a very corny film, but man, it's great though. It's a great inspirational story about a hockey team. You know, one of the worst hockey teams. They become one of the best hockey teams in the ending. It's got a great performance by Emilio Estevez. It even has some good atmosphere in it. And it's a great movie for the kids and the whole family to watch. It's so harmless. I think it's overly, like, dumped on by critics. I'm like, really? It's the Mighty Ducks. It's a kids movie about playing hockey and, you know, achieving your dreams. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think it's great. I think critics shit on it for no reason. Next is Beauty and the Beast 2017. Wow, this movie's terrible. The fact that critics liked this movie is just absurd because the movie is literally the same movie as the 1991 Beauty and the Beast, which is a fantastic film. This movie is literally the same movie, except a little longer and has a couple new songs, and they're not even that great. Emma Watson is a bland Dan Stevens is trying as the Beast, but they made him dumber in the movie than he was in the original. The movie is just so lifeless, and even the CGI is lifeless. And the fact that a 94-minute movie showed a lot more and developed the characters better than a 2-hour film just shows you how badly written your movie is. And yeah, I guess people like the spectacle of it, but even the spectacle isn't all that great. Next is Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yeah, a lot of people probably don't know this movie it's not really well rated, even though everyone says this is the best Die Hard sequel. And it is. It's the best Die Hard sequel. John McClane. He's got Sam Jackson in the movie as Zeus. You got Simon as the villain, played by Jeremy Irons. And it's awesome. It's about John McClane and Zeus trying to find the bomb where Simon planted the bomb while Simon is doing this like heist to get all this gold and shit. It's great. This movie is awesome. It's funny. It's got great action. It's got killer duo of Sam Jackson and Bruce Willis. And it's fucking Die Hard. And it returns John McTiernan as the director. Man, that guy, he's the only one that can do Die Hard. But yeah, people didn't like it when it came out. People are stupid. Alright, Captain Marvel's next. People liked this movie. To be honest, I don't know a lot of people that do like this movie, other than my fiance. Anyways, Captain Marvel is a terrible film. This is the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. It's worse than Iron Man 2. It's worse than The Incredible Hulk. It's worse than Thor: The Dark World. It's worse than The Eternals. All bad movies, but this movie is terrible. Brie Larson has no charisma. She has no likability as Carol Danvers, a very uninteresting character in the comics and on the big screen. Sam Jackson is the only one that's trying his best to, give some energy to the film. That and the cat. Yeah, Annette Bening in the movie doing stuff. You had a shitty villain played by Jude Law, and you have forced feminism in a Marvel film, which is something we all wanted. Anyways, next is The Sandlot. The Sandlot. How can people not like The Sandlot? It's, again, a baseball movie. Like, it's like The Mighty Ducks. Like, come on. It's kids playing baseball and them trying to be, like, big leaguers and stuff. And just it's a movie about childhood and being a kid. How can you hate that? It's great. It's a good time. Next is The Last Jedi. This movie is very well received by the critics. They think it's fantastic. Masterpiece. Your expectations go out the window. You don't expect the movie. You don't expect the twists, and it's something different. It's not really anything different. They do a couple things different. Just because it twists your expectations, and just because it puts things you don't see coming doesn't make it good. If you put Kermit the Frog in Star Wars, I don't see that coming, but it doesn't make it good. Make Luke Skywalker a loser who gave up on everything and is just a pissed off old man on an island. That isn't a good idea. You build up a villain as Snoke and you make him a nobody and dies in 5 seconds. That's not good storytelling. You make Rey a Mary Sue for the second film in a row. That's not good storytelling. You put jokes that are even too stupid and silly for a Marvel film. That's not good writing and not good storytelling. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people who like The Last Jedi don't even watch The Last Jedi that much. Like, all the Last Jedi defenders, like, none of them really watch. It's the most unwatchable Star Wars movie. There's nothing fun or enjoyable about it. It's just a miserable time for 2.5 hours. And yeah, I don't know anyone who can, like, watch the movie more than once. Or even twice. If you watched it 3 times, my God, you're a trooper. It's not good. People like it. But do they, though? Next is Over the Top. This movie, I understand people hating it. Because it's a bad movie. But they don't understand. It's a great bad movie. This movie is amazing. It's a father-son road trip movie. And it's about an arm wrestling tournament. That's fucking awesome, right? How seriously and how over the top the acting is with the arm wrestling tournaments. It's incredible. It should be 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I actually understand this one more, but I don't know. I gotta defend it. It's fucking great. It's over the top. Next is Matrix Resurrections. More divisive, but I still think the rating's too high. It should be like the 20s. This movie is not good. It's actually legit a bad film. It has bad writing, some of the worst action sequences ever. Keanu Reeves is bland as shit in the movie. And the fact that they had to change the story and the whole idea and premise of the one is just ridiculous. And please, don't make a Matrix movie without Lawrence Fishburne and Hugo Weaving. They're the only Morpheus and Agent Smith I ever want to see. Yeah. Next is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990. This is a fucking awesome movie. And it's a fucking Ninja Turtles movie. What'd you expect? This is a live-action cartoon, pretty much. This movie did everything that you want in a Ninja Turtles movie. I don't know why it's panned by critics. What did they expect? It is a Ninja Turtles movie. This movie literally gives you what you want. The fucking Ninja Turtles. They give you fucking Shredder. They give you Splinter. They give you all four of the Ninja Turtles and all their personalities. And it's fucking great. Casey Jones is awesome. April O'Neil is fucking awesome. The action, the comedy, the whole setting it's great. This movie's great. It's literally Ninja Turtles on this on live action screen. Like, I don't know what they expected. They expect a fucking Shakespeare movie? Like, I don't know. Next is All That Jazz. This is a musical I cannot stand. I love Roy Schneider. Cannot stand this movie. Don't like it. It's boring. It's pretentious. It's tedious. It's just not enjoyable, and I don't like the music in this movie. I just don't like it. Not my thing. Not my shtick. People love it. You got praise. So much Oscar love. Good for it. Not my thing. You know what is my thing, though? Tenacious D and Fake Destiny. This movie was not well received, but I love it. Jack Black, Kyle Gass, all incredible in this movie. It's two guys going after the pick of destiny. It's a pick made from the devil's tooth. And when you play a guitar with the pick, it's some of the greatest guitar playing in the history of rock and roll. Love it. It's funny, great music, and it's fucking Jack Black. So good. Cuties. Yeah, I had to talk about this. I thought I was done talking about this. Now I'm done talking about this. Next is Hillbilly Elegy. I know a lot of people hated this movie, even though most critics were nice about it. YouTube critics, because it's a fine, dramatic story, a deep, true story, very loyal to the source material. Glenn Close and Amy Adams are both great in the film. It's not amazing, but it's pretty damn good. And the fact that critics hated it because it was written by a conservative and it has conservative beliefs in it just shows you how simple-minded and one-sided Rotten Tomatoes can be. Yeah. Mulan! I don't know why this movie's loved. This is just like, you know what? Let's take that animated Disney film Mulan and just crap on every character. Oh, Mulan, she's a woman fighting for her father, and she has to pretend to be a man to join the army, but she can't do it, but she has to rise to the occasion. And she's weak, but then she becomes strong and saves the day and saves the emperor and even gets the guy in the end. That's a great story. It's uplifting. No, let's not do that. Let's make Mulan perfect. She already knows how to fight. She's the best fighter ever. And, you know, when she dresses up as a boy, she doesn't even look like a boy. And when she comes, she's better than everybody. And she don't need no romance. She's an independent woman. Fucking stupid. Alright, lastly, they're going to end this off with some All Dogs Go to Heaven. Don Bluth. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Great fucking movie. I don't know why it's not well received, but it's great. It's got a great story, great characters, beautiful animation. I loved it as a kid. Still to this day, love it. I watch it every now and then, once or twice a year. It's great. I even showed my niece and nephew this movie. They love it. It's great. Hey guys, doing this right at the end of the video here. Y'all probably wondering what's happening. I found out, now I'm just editing this video right now. I found out, this is how stupid I am sometimes. I'm so dumb. Apparently I can't even count to 20. This is the list I made of all the films. 20 films. 20 films critics got wrong. I can't even count to 20. I only did 19. 19 films I did. It's 20 films, but I wrote 19 down. So I shot the video and everything, and I'm editing, and I'm like, hold on. There's only 19 on here. Oh, God. So the 20th film I'm going to put on there, I'm just going to say this right here, is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Grew up with this movie. Love this movie. Got Kevin Costner as Robin Hood. Doesn't even attempt an accent, and I love it. You got Alan Rickman as the sheriff from Nottingham. You got Morgan Freeman in there. You got Christian Slater. Great cast. Mary Elizabeth Mastrano as Lady Marian. This is what a fun 90s action adventure film looks like. And it's childhood. It doesn't date ever. It's amazing. It's awesome in every way, shape, or form. And it's got a great soundtrack. It's just an incredible film. Love it. I loved it as a kid, and I still to this day love it. It's right there with like the 90s Three Musketeers and shit like that. I love swashbuckling, swashbuckling adventure films. So yeah, that's the 20th film that I was supposed to put on here. Back to the video. So yeah, those are 20 films I think, personally, the critics got wrong. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with my list? If not, give me your guys' opinions. What are films that critics got wrong, in your opinion? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.